their own 25-yard line.
Ready! Set 180! It's a party out!
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mark green 90. Hey, brown 80. Alpha. Hey, zoom.
3rd and long for Rivers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Here's Roethlisberger. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You ain't doing nothing today. You elbow.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hard now. 180.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw to the right here to Gordon. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Rivers. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. 27 yards there, a first down.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27th. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Rivers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Started to look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The kick by Marr is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Fletcher Cox forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Paul.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
No foul!
54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go, G.
Alert, alert!
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Looking deep downfield. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So as they take it over, we step aside. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Green's got it over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
This will be caught at about the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey!
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Derrick Henry taking it in. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing Rivers. Right side caught by Jackson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
He wasn't ready.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Trying to run for it with Pollard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this...
Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The Bucks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Hey, wahoo! Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check 55 to mine. Check.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he goes down, it's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. On the return, Jackson. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
To throw again. Rivers. He finds Corey Davis. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey,
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. So we've come upon half. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Black 15. Hey, Delta.
Mike 96. Mike 96. All day.
On 1st and 10, Rivers uncorks one for Davis. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Black 20. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. His throw caught at about the 5. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Derrick Henry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3.
Ready, 390, run 80.
Mike 96.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Levante David. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Levante David able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Mike 96. Mike 96. Bring it.
Buffalo 1, Buffalo 1.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
White.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Black 15.
Stop your whining. Mike 90.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
Big stop. Let's go.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
3rd and long for Rivers. This is caught by Jackson. They get 20 yards there on 3rd and 19, and an unlikely first down. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations, so he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
180.
We want this.
Wait, 89.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Mike 96, Mike 96. Watch the pass. Hey, 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. Too little, Cap.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 96.
Rivers to throw it. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Set. Block 15.
Coming.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Here's Pollard again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
3rd and goal for Rivers. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
25-yard line.
Set. Blue 30. Quarter. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball. Black.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pilot, 64, reach. Watch the whip. Shift. Watch the shift.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
48 months.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Buccaneers first down.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set. 180. Right there. Look, 55. Alert, alert. Big gas. Slack and turn.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Flushed out right. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for 28 yards.
Set. 180. 55. Go. Jack 16. Mike 55.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
That's got to be a long day.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Green 90. Red Delta. Green 80. And 90.
Rivers on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. But it's going to be second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Cooper was the target there, but now it's third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Rivers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. William Hayes picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. 15 on it. tackle.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys' side of the field. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 62 yards. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll run it again with Henry. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free. And those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Set 180. Set 180. Target. Switch.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, 96 is coming. We're going to Mike 96. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Rivers now. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Corey Davis, 44 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Play to win. Let's go.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Let's go.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey! 230. 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. 44. I'm coming after you.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to air it out deep for Green. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Set. Black 15. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, 96 is coming. We don't Mike 96. Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
First down, Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Looking again that time for Amari Cooper. That'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Like 80! I'm coming!
Roethlisberger going to throw it, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The Bucks on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frank Clark in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just outside his own goal line. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game at